Well, some of them are here. They're still coming in. You can see way over there. Still coming in the field. They must have been down in the hollow getting some water. Their favorite time of the day, feeding time. So everybody looks good. Nobody's super excited. This particular cow right here, as I was walking by earlier, she actually has some bleeding. One of her teats there, I saw it on the inside of her leg from the other side. This can happen for a number of reasons. It can just get cold and chapped, or cracked, kind of like a chapped, cracked lip or something. And then of course the calf nursing on there can cause a problem as well. And sometimes they bleed like that, but she'll be fine. We'll keep an eye on it, but she'll be all right. It does happen occasionally. What we're doing right now is we're just walking down through the rest of the herd here, taking a look at everybody like we do every day. Hey there. Make sure everybody looks good. Still waiting on a few to come in. Just got a few minutes here to watch all that. Hopefully you guys can hear me with the tractor in the background. The end of this hay here didn't turn out to be as great as the other. That's really not too bad, but there are some stalky, stemmy places. And that's one thing, when you are getting hay from someone, it's okay. Occasionally you will have some of the hay will be just perfect, and you'll think, man, this is the best hay I've fed out, which is kind of where I was yesterday with some really good hay, or the day before rather. And then sometimes it's just like, well, it's not all exactly what you want it to be. If you think of a farmer's field, they're putting up hay, they're cutting hay. You got different areas in the field, just like in this field. There's different spots where the grass grows differently. You can see all around. Here's your finer stuff, some of the stuff you want to see. And then you've got stalky stuff that grows up, that gets cut. And that's what ends up in the bale. That's what they roll up. And this time of year, the cattle will eat that as well, though. It's not their favorite, it's not their preference, but they will eat it because there's a definite need for nutrition at this point, since the grazing is no longer a viable option as a primary means of nutrition. I'm going to turn this tractor off so you can hear me a little better. So a couple of things that I did that you may or may not have noticed that I just didn't do was this door right here. When I get out of it and there's cattle around, I shut that thing. Here's why I shut it. One time I was going in the barn, in and out of the barn, putting hay in the barn, just moving in and out of the tractor a lot, wasn't paying attention, left it open, went inside the barn, bent that door back this way, overextended it, and the glass completely shattered. Everything. And it happened in a split second. What I don't want to happen is I'm out here feeding, I've got that door open, you get some cattle that are excited, whether they're excited about the hay or they get to fighting, moving around real quickly, come through there and hit it, do the exact same thing. So I closed that door, number one. The second thing is I raised this spear up high enough to where a cow, for the same reasons, getting excited, moving around, fighting one another, they don't back into it, you don't have an injured cow. These right here are not something, here's my hand, not something you want to get stuck in you, nor the long one. And so I also put it up high enough where I can walk underneath without getting hit. So, all right, this is what we're doing. And now we have the rest of them coming in. Finally, that's great. Rest of them are coming in to eat. What we're going to do is we're going to take another look at everyone. We're going to do a count, make sure everyone is here like we always do. you don't have to count your cattle, but you'll not know when something's gone wrong and you've got one missing. You've got to count them each time you feed them, so you keep tabs on what's going on. You've got to count your cattle. You got to know what you have, who you don't have coming in to eat, and stay accountable to them. Make sure you know what's going on. Make sure you know their health status. How are they doing? What do they look like? There's some excitement there. That's the kind of stuff. That's some calves there coming in late, excited to feed. Good stuff. Nothing like it. Cold day today, but everybody's good. We'll do a count here, call it a day. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks for watching the channel. Appreciate all of you who do so. Consider subscribing, maybe telling someone who might be interested in this kind of lifestyle, farm life, livestock, that sort of thing. And we'll see you next time.